Injury was added to insult. The Rangers will have to pick up the pieces from what happened in Philadelphia in time for Sunday's rematch at Madison Square Garden. Hi, everyone. Welcome into the Delta MSG studios. John Giannone, Steve Valiquette, after a 5-2 Flyers win over the Rangers. And maybe the buildup of everything that happened during the entire week, from the trade deadline to the wins they had to the spirited comeback last night, maybe the gas tank started running toward empty emotionally as much as physically.
Yeah, and the opponent, too. Look, the Flyers have lost 5 games at home all season long. This isn't the first team, being the Rangers, that had a difficult night in Philadelphia this year. They're a different team on the road, but that's the way they are at home. And last night, the Rangers got in at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're never going to feel yourself. I know there's no excuses this time of year. There's not. But sometimes there's many factors that add up to a result. I still liked the Rangers' first period. It's 1-1 after 1, and the Rangers had a good enough first period. Georgiev was playing well. They were in the hockey game. It's not like they just folded like an accordion from the beginning and just laid down and played dead. Carter Hart was great. So all things considered, don't read too much into this. Just prepare for Sunday and get ready to beat them at home.
But what does have to be read into and taken into consideration is what happened in the first period, and that's Chris Kreider being hit by a slap shot from Philip Myers, a broken foot, a fractured foot, and he will miss some significant time. I know you had that injury before. It's debilitating.
It's debilitating. It's 8 weeks. And what's difficult about it, and the challenge there, is you have to actually ride the bike with your hands, okay? The trainer puts you sitting down in a chair, and that's the only cardio you can do. So you lose a lot. There's atrophy. You lose a lot. The cardiovascular is going to get lost to a certain degree. He's going to do the best he can to get himself prepared. But you can see him get hit here, and he doesn't have his toe caps up ice towards the shot. He gets his foot turned a little bit here, and he takes it off that left foot, just off the outside. That's a sweet spot, Johnny. And it's tough to watch, but I'll tell you what. Look around the league. Look in the East. Pittsburgh, Carolina, Columbus, Toronto. Everybody has been ravaged by injuries. And relative to those teams, the Rangers have been very healthy this year. So, they haven't really had to face that adversity yet. This could be a good thing. Somebody's got to step up. I'm not too worried about it because the team's still in great shape. They've been playing well. They should rally around this and not use it as a crutch.
It's an injury, too, that's sort of representative of why the Rangers decided at trade deadline time not to trade Chris Kreider, but rather than sign him for a 7-year contract. It's that kind of leadership on a play like that he shows, getting in front of a slap shot early in a hockey game in which it was 1-1 at the time.
Absolutely. And look, you know what else, too, John? Look, he's set such a good example so far this season with how to do things the right way, being in front of the net, being a pest, playing on the forecheck. Gauthier's taking note of it. Lemieux's taking note of it. These guys are now going to have to step up. This can be an opportunity for those two guys in particular to get their net front game together. Use your time to watch some Kreider tape and get in there and learn the game because, look, these guys are going to be counted on as depth players anyway. Getting a little bit more of a role with some more responsibility in minutes couldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, the Kreider injury actually occurred with 7:40 remaining in the first period. Rangers led 1-0 at the time, and that was off the goal from Jesper Fast, who maybe lost in a game where it's 5-1, 5-2. Actually opened the scoring.
It's a story right now for the depth scoring, right? And it's Di Giuseppe the other night. We're talking about Howden net front, McKegg this week. That's the 3rd goal that Fost has scored this week. So you need that secondary scoring, and you can't just always have your top guys doing the work. Now, Panarin, too, he gets an assist on this play, which is a heck of a pass. And now that's a 12-game scoring streak for him. Keeps that going. But what a reception there from Fost. And again, this is a smart play. You're reading off the goal. He's challenging. Shoot it at him. Keep your feet moving through the release, and then get the rebound. On a game where you don't have a lot of highlights, you can still have these teachable moments. That's a clip that you add on to good examples of what to do down the wing rather than trying to burn a shot wide, starting their offense going the other way. It's a smart placed shot, and that's by a smart player, and that's why he's still in the league, and he's as important of a contribution as anybody when he's on his game.
And that goal came less than 3 minutes in. Rangers scored inside the final 30 seconds. In those 57 minutes in between, Carter Hart was as solid as we've seen him all season at home, and he is the focus of our Liberty Mutual crease coverage.
He's got the numbers to back it up, John, and the bad news is he's 21 years old, and he's this good already. Chances from Panarin from the slot, 2 of them. One where he gets the one-timer, one where he carries it right in, and he also has that east-to-west pass. So you see these guys, and these are the big guys in the team getting these opportunities. you wonder if maybe this guy's a little bit better than you thought. And now you're starting to say to yourself, okay, well, if he's going to have a reputation like that, we're going to have to play him a little bit differently, because Zibanejad had that opportunity, and there's plenty of scoring chances here. If you can imagine this one alone goes in from a Panarin, then it's a different hockey game at that time. Even here, east to west, you're seeing him move at the end of the third period. He does it technically the right way. He's very explosive. This guy's going nowhere. Look at these numbers, Johnny.
Talk about being the heart and soul, right? Home is where the heart is. 18-2-2 in the Flyers' home rink, where the goals against that is minuscule, a save percentage that is high, and he has the one shutout. Made 26 saves tonight, all part of a 5-2 Flyers win over the Rangers. They'll do it again on Sunday, and that's probably the best news from a Ranger standpoint.
Yeah, get right back after it. Look, that's their home ice. Show them what your home ice is. There's a different game, and now the Rangers are going to be able to unpack, have a day of rest, get back, recalibrate. There's plenty to learn there, but I wouldn't be discouraged. That's not the message from tonight. Don't be discouraged. The Rangers have had a great second half here from January 1 on. Everybody in the league is still talking about this team. It's just a setback, but it's not something that's going to flatten them out.
Yeah, physical and mental rest will do them well tomorrow before Sunday afternoon's game at the Garden.